bonke okhoyo apha, and I want to thank Panda Foundation for Autism, together with the Nelson Mandela University, for this invite. I'm catching my breath. The exercises were very serious, so I'm struggling to breathe. As you all heard, my name is Yongamela Manene. I'm a true son of Nelson Mandela Bay. I was born in KwaNobuhle, in Utnik, Kariga, grew up in Zwide. I'm planning to retire in dispatch so that I am a true person of the metro. Once again, I want to thank ENMU as well as Panda. Very much good initiative to talk about, to listen about a healing journey. As it is mentioned, I'm just an activist for community. There are lots of stuff that I'm involved in. Autism, it's something that I come across through friends, through colleagues, through family. And of course, having met Usis Kosi, she just makes sure that I get involved in it through this initiative. As I'm here to talk about my own journey, it is not healing from autism. It is not healing from accident. It is not healing from all these known aches that we encounter on a daily basis. My healing is about those invisible scars that we don't see with our eyes. It is those invisible scars that you find people walking around not wanting to wash. You find people walking around not even interested to wake up and go to work, and prefer to go and dig a rubbish bin that is sitting there. It is a healing from those things that you want to close the room and just find yourself to be alone. It is a healing about you avoiding things that will cause you to react and react regrettably. Mine is about healing from anger. Mine is about healing from being violent. Mine is about healing from being a reactionary. Impokani yadlula, and it makes you, hey, why is this fly invading my space? That is the healing I'm about. Why should I be talking about it? It's simply because there are lots of things that I've done in reaction that have caused or hurt others. And one of the people that are my mentors on my healing journey, Father Michael Lapsley, he always says, hurt people hurt others. Because you are hurting and denying that you are hurting, and you end up hurting others. It's like when it's like when we were sweating here with Mr. Biko. Your sweat, if uncontrolled, you'll sweat into others that are next to you. When you bleed and your wound is not nursed, you'll bleed unto others. That is my journey of healing. How did all this happen? I am not aware until recently in 2021 when I got physically injured through hijacking. They baptized me. They made sure that I am rearranged, let me put it that way, because when I would look at myself in the mirror, I'll ask myself, where are you? But that period helped me to go inside myself with the pain that I was having and reflect, what did I do to deserve this? As OCC mentioned, that I am a breeder of animals and I like planting. We're coming from a family where we eat from the garden, rabbits and chickens. That's how we grew up. And it's a normal home, because one of the things that were there was to make sure when we come back from school, we get to the garden, we clean the garden, we go and play the soccer, the rugby, whatsoever we used to, the boxing. We come back, we wash dishes. At Kaya, there was no girl, so we were children of the home, including now. I am still a father of a home. We cooked and all those kind of things. So what happened is that as we grew in this metro, where there was violence, where there was killing, where there was necklacing, my father was necklaced here in PE. He was necklaced because he felt that he's done nothing to anyone and he would walk around where he was not supposed to go. This Saturday we are busy, and we are cooking. It decides we are slaughtering rabbits because someone passed, so there was a mpaso, those that understand, a celebration because we passed our exams, so there was a reason to slaughter and have good time, and he leaves us to go and boast about his kids. When he left, it was the last day we saw him in our lives. He was killed and burned, and that was the last day one realizes life changed. So, leaving 4 boys with a 37-year-old woman, she had to fend for us. And when she did those things, she was always there for us, waking up 4 o'clock, sleeping at 10 o'clock every day, bringing us up. And as I grew older, on starting the journey of healing, I asked her, hey, Oledi, how did it happen that you managed with us? She said, I asked God. God, you've taken my husband, leaving me with 4 boys, and all of us, Xhosas will understand where none initiates. Go look. So she had to take care of all that. And she said, I asked God, you took this man and left me with these boys. What must I do? And she said, God answered her to say, take them to school, take them to church. And she said, okay, God, if they don't want to. And God said, I'm sorry for my pang, ubamur, meaning ubabet. That's why I've been hitting you all your lives, because God gave me that instruction. And then we managed to grow up and experiencing all these things, stabbing, killing, and siphumela phakathi kwazo, because you had to walk for something like 7 k's to the church. It was mandatory. On Sunday, the doors are closed. On Thursday, we have to go to service practice and all those kind of things. Thanks to her, today I can stand in front of people and talk. I love her. And one thing led to another, but there was a time when one of people that were, I think he was a lecturer, and he said to me, there's a problem with you. You're a very intelligent student, but there is something that is disturbing you. So will you be interested to go for counseling? That was my first experience for the journey of healing. I went for counseling, but I did not understand what was being said here. Someone was prescribing to me, you need to do this, your anger, you have this and that and that and that. And we grew up praying, thinking that things are going to be better. But there are things that I was doing to others in the process of going forward. And these things, I'm experiencing them whilst lying down, having experienced hijacking and panel beating. In that process, I got invited to attend a training for the from the Institute for the Healing of Memories. I got invited to attend their session, workshop, which is the 3 days. And then for the first time in my life, I cried because I felt a pain. Before, I used to cry because I wanted to fight, but I cried because I felt relief from a pain. And when we were in this process that they were doing, lots of stuff came up, which were the childhood trauma that I've gone through. I was not aware that those things that happened can come back and haunt me in my adulthood life. And when these things came out, I felt a relief that I have never felt in my life. I've gone into all these expensive exercises of being ulale, and they tell you breathe, do all these things. But when I started crying and feeling and taking out that pain, I started to realize that I've been hurting lots of people. I started to cry about that. And I've cried for my friends that we were together in doing things that hurt others. And the story is long, but due to the fact that we started late, I don't want to bore you. But one thing that as a word of advice I can give is that the person next to you and the person that you've left behind, all of us as we go along, we are carrying burdens that are invisible. Besides praying about them, besides feeding them imali and all those kind of things, a person, please help to listen to them, because every story needs a listener. That's what we've learned. Number 2 is that when all these things are happening in us, whether it's in private or public, acknowledge that it is a pain, but reaction yako must be very, very thoughtful, be present into whatever is happening. You see, currently, I know we started late, and I have another engagement to go to, but be mindful that that you need to be aware of. I'm making an example, Sissy. It's not that I'm trying to. But at the very same time, go to therapy, but make sure that whatever is done, you practice it. Your breathing exercises, your heavy exercises, the musics, and all those kind of things. Because without those things, your lonely journey for healing is not going to work. Have support, your family, your children, your wife. Make sure that, or your husband, make sure that they are around, and share your story with them as much as possible. Because storytelling, I've discovered it through myself that it's one of the most powerful weapons that one can use. For those words, my name is Yongamela Manene. I'm on a healing journey. It's just the beginning. Always, every day, it's the challenge that you need to take into consideration, that as you wake up, the journey continues. Thank you very much.